So coming in from the front, we're going to take down this cover first. It's going to be 345 Torexes at the back. This is actually the back of the cover. And then a heap load of these 25 Torexes going all the way around. There's one in the middle there, so don't forget that one. A couple down the side here. That just pulls down. There's a clip there and clip there at the front. You just kind of pull it back. So once you have that down, come around to the front here, and then you can just see the oil filter there. So it's a 32 socket that takes down the oil filter. There is a 13 socket in the middle as well that you can take out to drain the oil out. I don't bother with them. I've had problems with them breaking before. I just leave them in place. So there is a wire connector here you need to undo. Kind of just pull it down and pull it back, and then take the wiring loom, this wiring loom out, and push it out of the way. It's a little bit messy. So what I normally do is I loosen off a little bit and let it kind of drain down. This one's already been taken down, so you kind of have to manipulate the wiring loom back once you have it out of its clip, and then you can just kind of pull it down. It is a little bit tricky, and when you do pull it down, it's gonna be full of oil. Obviously this one's been cleaned out and everything, so you can just see that nut there, the 13. If you choose to take that out, that's up to you. It is torque to 5 Newton meters plus 2 for the 13. You can just, it's actually written around the edge. You might be able to just see it there. And the big nut is 25 plus 5, so you can say 30 Newton meters for the big 32 nut, and 7 for the 13. So we're going to pull this down. We're going to clean up there with some parts cleaner. And you're going to have oil everywhere here, so just be cautious of that if you don't undo the little 13 nut. Either way, you're going to have oil. So a lot of the time the filter stays up there and you have to pull it down. So let's go over here for 1 second. So the new filter, we're going to put a new gasket on here and just lightly oil it with new oil. And then in the filter kit you get a little O-ring for the other part for the 13. This is the new filter. The filter has these kind of clamps and they just push in, and that's it. It'll stay in there. So we're going to refit that back up before. I always do this before, clean it down with parts cleaner, and then we're going to move around to the back here and drain the oil out. It's a 19, so literally I'm going to pop the 19 out, drain the oil out, no worries. We're going to clean this surface here before I tighten it back up. Make sure there's no debris or anything like that, and then we're going to torque this to 30 Newton meters. So just pop the new filter in the housing there and torqued it up. It's a lot easier with two hands. I'm trying to do it with the camera here, so it's a bit harder. You can pull this loom out of their way, just a small bit. It doesn't have to be a great amount, and then it just fits in through this hole here. It's a little bit tight. It's a poor design, to be honest. You could start stripping other parts out, but it'll start getting cumbersome. Just remember to put this loom back into its little kind of carry clip there, and you can push them closed, and then that's it. I'd definitely clean down here with all parts cleaner, especially around this plug here and stuff like that. But pretty straightforward. Once you torque it to 30 Newton meters, that would be fine. And same on the back side here with the sump nut, 30 Newton meters. Put your covers back on, we'll put oil in it. I normally leave the covers off to check for leaks, and then run it with the new oil in it, and then put the covers back on, but I'm on a ramp, so whatever way you want to work it. So you're just going to top up the oil. Put about 5 litres in and make sure it's full on the dipstick, and jump in, start the car, let it run for like 2 or 3 minutes. Make sure there's no leaks from underneath the oil filter or the sump nut. Then let it sit, switch the engine off, let it sit for a minute or two, then check the oil level. It roughly takes between 5 and 5.5 litres. And then that's it. Put your sun cover back on. Bingo. Job done.